Well, hello and welcome. I'm off on a little adventure today. I've got our van, the Blue Lady, and I'm driving from the east coast of Vancouver Island to the west coast to a small village called Bamfield. It's right out on the coast, and there's a wonderful campsite run by the First Nation out there with a beautiful beach, and that's where I'm headed today. The new surface they have on this road now is just head and shoulders above the gravel road that I used to travel on. So it's a real pleasure, and I'm happy to bring the van out on this road. So we'll get going, and the sooner I get going, the sooner we get to the beach. Well, I've arrived. And no problems. The road was so good compared to how it has been in the past. And I'm in my little campsite. We've got the Blue Ladies all leveled up here. And we have what's called a beachfront campsite. So between us and the beach, there's this bit of trees. Anyway, hopefully we can cook on the fire tonight. That's my hope. And I think we should just head off to the beach. It's pretty cool out. I left home, it was sunny and warm, and now I'm at the coast. So let's go have a look. Well, what do you think? Pretty awesome. Well, let's go for a walk. It's not raining. I think what this is sea fog. It's really common to leave the sunny interior of the island or the east coast and come over here and have this kind of overcast, foggy look. You can feel the moisture in the air. But it's not raining, and it's a good time to get out and stroll the beach. Well, I meant to tell you, just as I was about to turn into the road into the campsite, a very large black bear crossed the road right in front of me. I couldn't take any pictures. By the time I would have stopped my van, he was in the bushes, he or she, but heading straight for the bushes, away from the campsite. But nonetheless, yeah, this is an area where black bears are not uncommon, and they're just kind of a part of life. It's really important whenever you're out in these areas to secure your food all the time. Don't even leave water bottles out. Nothing stays out. So, and if you have a completely bare, B-A-R-E, campsite, the incidence of bears visiting the campground is totally reduced. They're looking for easy food, and if there's none to be got, then they stop coming. So always make sure, never leave anything out. This is what I love. I love the sound. The sound of being out here next to the west coast waves. It's just such a marvelous sound. Isn't that an amazing patterns? What it is sand and millions of tiny wood chips. I'm not sure what this weather is going to do, so if I want to get out and walk, I best get out there and do it. You never know what's going to come in with the weather in the evening. It's supposed to be cloudy tonight, and maybe showers tomorrow. So enjoy it while I can. Pretty beautiful and quiet. No big storms. Although they're fun to watch. Maybe not so much in the van or a tent. Anyway, gonna go have a little walk down by the river. And now for my favorite thing to do at the beach, besides walking on the beach, is sitting on the beach. I can sit and just watch what's happening out there for absolutely ages. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just sit here and enjoy why I'm here. And yes, it's great. On the way back from walking up by the river, I stopped at the office and asked if I could actually make a fire on the beach, and they said yes. Anyway, I want to see if I can just cook my dinner down here. I can feel the mist is getting heavier. I can feel the droplets starting on me, but anyway, I'm determined I'm going to try and cook dinner. So it may be a it may be a short campfire, but let's give it a go. What's coming to the West Coast and on being on the beach without cooking your dinner on the fire? So I'm going to see how it turns out. I may end up back in the van. Who knows? Okay, I want to show you the beach. The fog, the mist, whatever you want to call it, is just rolling in so slowly but persistently. It's just getting closer and closer, and I can feel the droplets more and more, but I'm quite determined. I'm going to stay out here. There's no wind and it's not raining. It's just a typical West Coast kind of experience, and here it is, the fall, almost to the equinox, and it's still mild and no wind to speak of and no rain. So we got a lot of things going for us here tonight. Well, it looks perfectly done for me. So I'm just going to dig into this and enjoy it, and then I'll put a little more wood on the fire and see if we can sit out here for a while longer. So yeah, it's great. What a perfect way to spend an evening. Well, you can see there's a slight break in the sky on the horizon, just above the horizon, and I don't know, it might clear off, it might not. It'll be whatever it is. So I'm just going to sit here now. I've had this great dinner and enjoy the remnants of this fire. It's the evening is going on so much faster than I would like it to, but it's okay. I'm just really glad to be here. It's been a very full day for me, and I've just enjoyed it thoroughly. So I'll look forward to seeing you in the morning. Bye for now. Good morning. What a calm and quiet morning to wake up to. There's no wind this morning, no rain yet. Had a great sleep in the van. There's something to be said about van camping. It's pretty darn comfortable and cozy. So I'm out on the beach and I want to just make my breakfast out here today. So I brought my little alcohol Trangia stove. I just wanted to show you this stove a little bit more. It's a great little stove. It's an alcohol stove. This is the little burner. And this is the inside of the stove. And then what happens is when you take it apart, all that happens when you take it apart, oops, oh, there it goes. It just literally falls apart. And this is how small it is. And this is why I wanted it for backpacking. Because I wasn't backpacking, I brought my heavier windscreen that I made out of the cookie sheet that I bought. And somebody had suggested that I put a couple of holes in the bottom of it so that I could anchor it if it's really windy, which I have two very light tent pegs that worked really well. So I just fold that up. So here's what I have for cooking this time. I just wanted to say a big thank you to the 2 or 3 people who sent messages to me that the last time I used this, they pointed out to me that I had it upside down. It was the first time I'd used it, and it worked. It did work fine, but I had these down thinking they were legs, but actually they are the pot supports. So this time I'm going to use it right side up. I appreciate your hints and the messages you send me with good information. I look up most of the recommendations. I don't always use them all, but I do look them up because there's so much information out there and so many different products available that it's good to have a storehouse of information tucked away, because I may have a need or an interest in some of these things in the future. So, but yes, I implemented immediately the correct way to use my Trangia stove. So I'm going to just light that up. I'm going to simple breakfast. I got a Wendy McMuffin. Just the eggs, some bacon, and I have some grated Parmesan cheese in an English muffin. And I've made my coffee already, brought it down from the van with me. So I'm just going to sit here and enjoy this beautiful morning while I... Well, I seem to be having some camera problems this morning, so I don't know if it worked while I was doing my breakfast or not. But in case it didn't, I made a muffin with cheese, bacon, and an egg, and it's all ready. It's great. It's ready to go. So I'm hoping that my video worked, but it may not have. So I'm just going to sit here on the beach. It's a beautiful morning. I've enjoyed cooking on my little Trangia stove. I'm just going to enjoy this gorgeous view. Well, that was a great breakfast. Just perfect. It's actually warm out. Well, I guess that's all relative, right? I've still got layers on and a down jacket, but I don't have it done up. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy a little bit of time before I go back to the van and pack up. It's very simple to pack up. It's a lot less work than a tent, of course. And there's always pros and cons, right? Won't be long and a lot of the campsites will be closed. and it becomes a little more difficult to get out camping. Yeah, I'm very much enjoyed this little trip out to the West Coast. The weather's held. Because it's the shoulder season, there's not very many people here. It was really quiet last night. I definitely would like to come back here again. Well, would you believe what perfect timing this is? I was just finished doing the dishes and putting a couple of things away in the van, and it started to rain. Now it's not raining hard, but look at what's out there in the bay. I wanted one more beach walk, but I really don't feel like getting really wet. I guess we'll just have to say goodbye to this beautiful place, and we'll come back again. I'd like to stay longer next time. Yeah, a couple of nights would be great. Now we know we can have beach fires, we can cook on the beach. It's just been wonderful. The only time I've been in the van was when I went in last night before bed, and then when I got up, came back out onto the beach again, and I had a great campsite. I just love the West Coast. I think this is where my heart really always wants to return, and it's fabulous. It's wild and unpredictable and beautiful. So I'll say goodbye, and I'm going to get back in the van and drive off. Great having you. Thanks a lot for coming along again. I found this to be a wonderful little getaway for this time of year. And yes, the rain is coming down harder. So bye-bye and see you next time.